Our German social ministry just published their equality report that states that old age poverty is female. Sounds kinda weird to say it like this, but the essence is that women in Germany get 46% less pension than men. That makes the German pension worst in all 38 OECD countries. Oh boy, huh? Or oh girl. What am I supposed to say now? YouTube is generally a platform with slightly more men. Pinterest and others are more female dominated. But our statistics, as you can see here on the screen, just knock it out of the park. So here's an attempt to make personal finance interesting for all women living in Germany, because you deserve financial education as well. So here's 5 money tips for women to equalize the world a little bit.
PerFinEx, Personal Finance for Expats.
What's up ladies, my name is Axel and I welcome you to a new PerFinEx Explains from PerFinEx, the #1 English-speaking and independent financial planner in Germany. Today with 5 money tips for all you ladies out there. Before we start, let me clarify something before we get a huge storm from women, men or both. When it comes to my personal understanding of things, money is neither male nor female. Everybody can and should take care of their own financial situation. Because at the end of the day, money works the same for all of us. Money itself doesn't really care about your gender. You gotta earn it, you gotta save it, you gotta invest it. So men can utilize the following 5 money tips as well if they would like. I just feel from more than 4 years of experience of talking to you guys, women and men, that women are looking for something different. So the message should be different. Men want to be actively involved. Men want to understand all the details. Men want the highest return. Fire! Men want to beat the market. Men want to be filthy rich.
Look what I have created! I have made fire!
Women are much more reasonable as far as I experienced. A reasonable understanding is fine, reasonable involvement is enough, reasonable return is also enough. Nothing is better or worse than the other, it's just different. And it's just my personal opinion, so I could be completely wrong. If you want to comment on that, keep it civil please, we're all adults here. So let's have a look at common mistakes when you start handling your finances for the first time. And let's see how you can avoid them to create a better financial future for yourself and your family. Money tip number 1, take care of your own finances. I guess that doesn't really surprise anybody, does it? Really though, do not rely on your partner that he or she will handle everything for you. Also, do not rely on the government. They certainly won't handle everything for you. Here's what the German public pension paid out in 2019. Women got on average 700 euros a month in pension. That's not a lot, especially if you compare it with the existential minimum that is set by our government, because that's 9,744 euros this year or 812 euros a month. And the existential minimum is net. From the 700 euro public pension, you would have to pay taxes, health insurance and all the other social security. If you don't like these numbers, listen to our guest host Axel for the next 30 seconds. Give me just 30 seconds before we continue with the video. I'm currently planning my PhD that will revolutionize the German public pension for you expats. You pay in almost 20% of your salary but get out very little. We want to change this, so you can have a secure retirement. Please take 10 to 15 minutes and answer the easy questions in our survey. The more of you participate, the more we can pressure the German government to change our public pension system for the better. Links in the description. Thank you very much. Now back to the video. So take responsibility of your own financial future because nobody else will do it for you. And how do you do that? Start by getting a bank account that is free of charge. More and more banks in Germany start charging fees and negative interest rates. There's no need to pay for a bank account right now because free ones are just as good. Check out the best bank account in Germany calculator on our website. Type in your monthly input as well as your average account balance and see which account comes out the best. And if there's no credit card included with this bank account, check out also our best credit card in Germany calculator. Link to both calculators is in the description. Now if you open bank accounts and credit cards, watch your Schufa score. Schufa is the German credit agency that gives you a score how financially responsible you are. For more details how Schufa works, check out this video, as well as this video for Schufa tips and this video for Schufa fails you should definitely avoid. Also watch your Schufa score if you have a joint account together with your partner. If your partner f***s up, your Schufa score decreases as well. Now that you know that your financial future is your responsibility, it's time for money tip number 2, increase your income. Now, I'm not gonna go into this whole gender pay gap discussion here. There's hundreds of other videos and opinions already out there if the gender pay gap exists or not and how significant it is. So we don't need to discuss this here. What I'm saying is, go and get what you're worth, no matter what your gender is. You should get paid what you're worth to the company that you're working for. I realize that is difficult to determine here in Germany because we make such a huge secret of our salary, hardly anybody talks about it, and that's why we made this video on the best paid jobs in Germany. Stepstone, the largest job website in Germany, has compared hundreds of thousands of jobs and salaries, so you can compare your salary with the average. And you can also see what you can do to increase your salary. Fingers crossed that it works out for you and you can increase your gross salary. If not, check out these videos with a lot of tips to increase your net income without changing your gross salary. Germany has a lot of deductions, that's the bad news you already know. The good news is that there's also a lot of tax benefits or government bonuses you can get. Link to all the videos is in the description. Now that we increased your income, you should have some additional money left over, so it's time for money tip number 3, have an emergency fund. Life happens. And sometimes when life happens, it's gonna cost you. Your washing machine might break, you might need a new tooth, which could be pretty expensive. There might be some expenses on the horizon that we don't know of today. So it's a good idea to have some additional money on the side that you can pay for these unforeseen costs. The recommendation for an employee is to have at least 3 months of expenses on a savings account. If you can sleep well with 6 months of expenses, that's also fine. Some of our clients have 12 months of expenses in their emergency fund. I feel that's a little much, but hey, whatever works for you. I realize it hurts to have so much money sleeping on a 0% interest rate German bank account, so maybe it's a good idea to see what is available in other European countries. Some European banks reward you with up to 1.5% interest rate per year on your savings account. All details in this video. Even with the biggest emergency fund, there may be costs that are so big that you cannot pay for it out of your own pocket. And that's when you need money tip number 4, insurances. I know. Germany is the land of insurances. There's insurances for absolutely everything. So it's tough to determine which insurance you really need. It's also tough for me to say in a video like this because the need for insurances is always personal. So feel free to reach out and secure a 30-minute free meeting with us if you want to discuss your personal financial situation. For now, let's just say if you cannot pay for a damage or you don't want to pay for a damage, it's probably a good idea to get an insurance to protect you. All of you watching should have health insurance, either public or private. Check out this video to see which health insurance system is better for you. The other two must-have insurances when it comes to my understanding is the private liability insurance that will pay for all third-party damages that you cause, and the disability income insurance that will pay your bills if you cannot work anymore. These 3 insurances are probably a good idea for almost all people watching. If you want to live safer than with just the basics, get additional insurances for your household items or in case you get dragged into a legal fight. Again, whatever works for you. At the end of the day, insurances just replace unplannable damages with plannable premiums. And that's pretty neat, isn't it? Now that the base is covered, you increased your net income, decreased your tax rate, established your emergency fund, got all necessary insurances, it's finally time for money tip number 5, start investing. Ooh, that's scary, right? Don't be scared, because statistically speaking, women are better investors than men. You ladies have a higher savings rate and make 0.4% more return than men do. That's what a study of more than 8 million investment accounts from Fidelity shows. And even if you don't have a higher return than men and don't beat the market, who cares if you can sleep well? Find your risk tolerance before you start investing. And if you want some additional safety and choose to have a guarantee in your pensions, which a lot more women choose than men in my personal experience, that's fine as well. Whatever works for you. To help you find your personal risk tolerance, feel free to check out our free Investing in Germany master course right here on YouTube with 10 videos that will teach you everything you need to know in order to start investing. And if you don't like to start investing yourself, because you don't have the time or simply don't feel comfortable investing all by yourself, one of the top 3 asset managers in the world, Fidelity, the guys who also made the study that women are better investors than men, will offer client portfolios together with us very soon. We're currently in the last stages of finalizing everything, so you can open your investment account with Fidelity and have it managed by us without any work from your side. Link with all information will be in the description once everything with Fidelity is finalized. Hope you liked our 5 money tips for women. I tried to deliver the message a little different today. Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you think and if I should do more videos like this. Hope to see you ladies next Friday when we publish our next video. Take care and take over the world.